What's happening, everyone? TomGorian here, and welcome to the very first video of F1 23. F1 22 had an update today for all platforms, Xbox, PlayStation and PC, and this update was, technically it's quite big. It's a quite big update, even though it was 1 gigabyte. We're not even at the first race. Hell, we're not even at the first test. And yet EA, Cody's and Alpha Romeo have managed to render the actual 2023 C43. I think that's what it's called. The 2023 Alpha Romeo car is in F1 22. And this is not a reskin, this is not the 2023 livery on a 2022 spec car. No, this is the real deal. This is literally, technically, this is F1 23, and you're seeing it right here. So, literally, make sure to like, share, comment, and subscribe for all news, all trailers, and all game announcements regarding F1 23. We should be expecting an announcement of the new game when the season goes to Miami, and then obviously Spain, around about April, May, June. Well, pretty much around about April, that's when we get the first trailer. But this is technically F1 23. So this is the first gameplay of F1 23. And as you can notice, I'm literally doing post-commentary. I usually do post-commentary for all of these videos. But this one, I have to do post-commentary on this because, yeah, this update is quite massive. And literally, as you can see on the car model, this is the 2023 car. You'll notice the front wing is different compared to the 2022 car. You'll notice the nose into the chassis. I did think for a second that the side pods and the mirror arms were technically a 2022 spec. I thought it was kind of like a mashup between half 2023 car and half 2022 spec car, but no, this is all legit. This is all like renders from the actual launch car. This is probably going to be outdated when testing begins tomorrow and Alfa Romeo come up with a brand new concept with the side pods and the chassis and, you know, other elements of that nature. But this is legit. The steering wheel is there, the additions to the floor, the side floor with those little square dots, they're there as well. You know, the engine cover, the little lump onto the rear of the car. You've got the difference in the rear wing and the halo, and obviously the livery, the red and the black livery is there as well. Obviously no stake sponsorships because you can't advertise or you can't put a gambling sponsor on a PEGI free game, which is completely understandable. And always know your limits as well. But yeah, I didn't expect this. I did not expect to come home today and miss out on an epic update like this. So with that in mind, I'm making this video to talk about F1 23 and what could we expect as far as the actual game is concerned. Is this going to be the future of the F1 games to the point where we're not getting yearly we're not getting yearly releases, but we're getting literally yearly updates to the F1 series? Is this where EA is going to go with the F1 franchise? As far as they're not going to be doing annual releases, they're going to be doing annual updates to the cars and the circuits and the tracks as well. I mean, it could work. It's, you know, less. You know, it's less work for them, and instead of having to import everything from the previous game onto the current game, it's literally just a copy and paste, literally. I mean, literally sports games these days are copy and pastes. But yeah, this is quite a big update. Obviously, you're going to be seeing in this video me doing time trial around Zandvoort. In the dry, and I wanted to talk about a couple of things when it came to the handling characteristics of this car. First thing I noticed is that the rear is really stable on this car, like to the point where you'd think that traction control is on. I had to do a double check to see if traction control was on, but it was off. So this reminds me of F1 2017. Now, I'm not saying that, you know, what you're going to be driving, and by the way, this is not literally like a paid DLC. this is free. So all you have to do is literally download this update and then literally go onto the solo menu, go on time trial, and then below the F1 car is literally the F1 2023 preview. Click on that and you'll go to Alpha Romeo. Which makes me also believe, is there going to be more of these? Like, are they going to be doing, like, more previews, like, preview cars, such as, you know, the other 9 cars? Or is this just, like, a one-off, like, thing? I don't know. I don't know if this is just, a thing where, you know, as the days and the weeks go on, they're going to update the game, and then by the time, you know, the season starts, we're going to have all 10 teams in the 2023 car. Like, I don't know, but this is unbelievable, and the fact that we get to drive a 2023 car and pretty much do a public beta test as far as the handling and how the car feels, and send this video and multiple videos and, you know, tweets and Reddit posts all to Cody, so that the handling and I know they're going to get the feedback from the drivers and the test drivers, the reserves, and all that stuff as far as how the 2023 cars actually feel and handle in high speed, low speed corners. But I think this is a great way to give them our first indication as to what it feels like. As far as what it feels like, the rear is definitely more stable. You can be more aggressive on the traction this year, coming out to slow speed corners. But the car is more understeery. Now, I don't understand, with all these new regulations, as far as the ride height being a little bit higher, and the cars being slightly lighter, you'd think that, you know, the rear would be less stable and there'd be slightly more oversteer. Not much, just slightly, compared to the handling model we got in this year's game. But it's went in the other way for this car, as far as the rear is more stable, but there's more understeer. And I don't know how to feel about that. It's kind of unique and weird, considering the fact that we haven't even done a day of testing and we don't know how these cars are going to handle. You know, you'd think they'd handle the, you know, familiar to last year's cars, and plus also it's a year of evolution, so everyone has a year of knowledge and experience of these regulations. But, you know, the fact that you'd think that with all the regulations they've went the opposite way, as far as the rear of the car being more stable and the car being more understeer, or having more understeer. I don't really understand that at all. Obviously, what I'm saying will not translate into the F1 23 game when that eventually comes out. We could be looking at what, a May, probably maybe April release. I have no idea about F1 23, but the fact that this has came out now just literally shows that they already have the first renders of these cars, and not just the renders but the models as well. I mean, usually Cody's would have the liveries done by now and they wouldn't have the models until a couple of weeks before the game was launched, but here they have already got the Alfa Romeo car sorted, and God knows, do they have other cars sorted as well? Maybe the Haas, do they have the Haas sorted, or the Alfa Romeo, or the Alpha Tauri even? We don't know. But this is a good addition to the F1 22 game, and it's only available to be driven in time trial, which is understandable, of course. But yeah, this is technically the first piece of information of F1 23. So yeah, we could be looking in future releases, as far as the next 3, 4, 5 years, as not game releases, but yearly content updates. And I think that is where the franchise is going, to the point where we're not going to get new games, but we're going to get fresh updates as far as the existing game is concerned. So let me know what you think of the Alfa Romeo in the comments down below. Make sure to like, share, comment and subscribe for all F1 23 news, trailers and reactions as we head in towards the new season. I'm going to try and get a season prediction out as quickly as possible for next week's season opener. No, it's 2 weeks, because the season begins in March and I need to get my season predictions out. So thanks for watching, make sure to leave a like, comment, share and subscribe, and I'll see you all in a bit.